What's a credit score? So this question might seem so simple. What's the point in even asking it? But I want you to get the concept behind this because credit and debt are actually closely related to investing. And they don't really teach us this in schools, how these two are connected. So just hang tight with me for a second. Okay, so a credit score is like a grade or a score that tells you how risky you appear as a borrower. So a credit score, it ranges from 300 points to 850 points. Now, the higher your credit score, the less risky you appear as a borrower. Now, why does this matter? So let's say I'm a bank or I'm a financial institution and I'm willing to lend you money either for a personal loan, a car loan, or a home loan. If I'm gonna lend you money, I wanna make sure that I'm gonna be paid back. And so if I check your credit and it's a low score of like 500, that's a red flag to me that you might be too big of a risk and I might not approve you for the loan. And it works a similar way if I'm a landlord and you are applying for an apartment to rent from me. So the higher your credit score, the more likely you are to get approved for a loan or for an apartment. But more than just that, the higher your credit score, the more likely you are to get a lower interest rate on your loan. Now, the lower your interest rate, the less money you have to spend on interest. Now, with certain loans like a mortgage home loan, there are other fees that go into that are impacted by your credit score as well. A great example of this is with mortgage insurance fees. So if you buy a home where you have to pay mortgage insurance, simply raising your credit score by 50 points could save you thousands of dollars on mortgage insurance. And I can make a separate video on this if you want, just let me know in the comments below. The benefits to having a high credit score are that you're more likely to get approved for a loan or for an apartment, you are more likely to get a lower interest rate, and to save money on other fees. Now, what does a credit score have to do with investing? I want you to think of the bank or the person who is lending you money, think of them as an investor. So I'm investing my money by giving you a loan, and I get a return on my investment by you paying interest on that loan. Now, a basic concept in investing is that the higher the risk, the higher the potential return should be. If I'm an investor and I'm willing to take on a bigger risk, then in my eyes, my potential return on investment should be bigger as well. That's why if I loan you money and you have a lower credit score, I'm gonna charge you a higher interest rate. So think of the bank or the person who is lending you money, think of them as an investor. They are investing in your debt. This is an important concept to understand because that's why credit and debt are such big business. And if you're gonna be forced to participate in our system of credit and debt like we all are, then you should at least know how you could benefit from it. Okay, so how high of a credit score should you shoot for? Now, anything less than a 580, it's gonna be really hard to even get approved for a loan. So 580 to 669, that's considered fair. 670 to 739, that's considered good. 740 to 800, that's considered very good. 800 and above, that's considered excellent. Now, from what I've seen, and this is just my opinion from writing about mortgages and finance for over 3 years, ideally a score of 760 or higher and you're good to go because that's going to save you a lot of money on interest and other fees, especially if you're buying a home. So just based on my experience, in my opinion, if you have a credit score of 760, you're good to go. All right, so what actually determines your credit score? Well, it all boils down to 5 main factors, and I'm gonna break those down in a separate video. Now make sure you go and watch that video because really understanding those 5 factors will help you avoid the common mistakes that will hurt your credit. So go check out that next video, and please, if you'll like, share, subscribe, support my channel so I can keep making this information free and available to everyone. Thank you.